students, so far we have discussed about the Kirchhoff's law and Wheatstone bridge. From that Kirchhoff's law, we will do some examples based on your Kirchhoff's law. So we have already discussed about Kirchhoff's law where we have used a sign convention for the potential or EMF. Potential in the sense, if a current I flows through a resistor R, then the potential drop is V is equal to IR. For IR, already we are using a sign convention. Similarly, the cell of EMF E, for that also we are using a sign convention. Let me recall what we understand about the sign convention. Let there is a resistor of resistance R and a current I flows through the resistor. Suppose I move in the path along this direction. My path is. So it is already told that you can choose your path of your own. Suppose I choose the path from this side, A to B. Suppose I move. In that case, if this is the path, then there is a potential drop across this resistor because I current flows through the resistor, then there will be a potential drop. So in that case, what is the potential drop here? It is a IR. But this IR can be taken as positive or negative. That is the sign convention in your Kirchhoff's law. So what is that I will take here? If path is along the direction of current, this path traverse is along the direction of current, in that case it is sign convention. So we will choose the sign convention is minus IR. I will choose this as a minus IR. Remember, path along this direction of current, so I will choose this as a minus IR. Suppose in that same circuit, someone has chosen the path is along this direction. Because it is already told that you can choose your path of your own. So if I will choose the path along this from B to A, in that case, my path traverse is opposite to the flow of current in the resistor. In that case, I will get this as a plus IR. That potential drop is a plus IR. 1 5. Next is that when you say about a cell, that is already told you that if this is a cell connected to a circuit, then this EMF is supposed E. When I will consider this EMF is positive and negative, saying if this is the path from A to B, suppose I choose the path from A to B. When I choose the path from A to B, first if I encounter the positive terminal of the battery, as you know, this is the positive terminal, this is the negative terminal. If I encounter the positive terminal of the battery first, while traversing the path, if the positive terminal of the battery comes first, then I will take this as a minus. Clear? Then, if in the same circuit, if you choose the path from B to A, someone has choose the path, suppose I say take from B to A. In that case, when you move from B to A, which terminal first encounter? Negative terminal. So in that case, I will take this as a plus. And the simple sign convention. As what this sign convention means, you can choose your sign as per your convenience. So that's why it is called sign convention. With that idea, let us do some problems, examples on Kirchhoff's law. So now you see that the question is there. That is the example 1. It is given there. In the circuit, find the potential difference between the points A and B. It is marked A and B. Assume that both batteries have zero internal resistance. Means the battery internal resistance is not there or it is almost zero. So if you see the circuit, Kirchhoff's law is applied when there is a complex circuit. Complex means if there is a simple circuit means if a resistor is connected, one resistor, so we can apply the Ohm's law, that is V is equal to I. But in Kirchhoff's law, when we will apply the Kirchhoff's law? When there are more than one battery, more than one resistor, like this connection, then we will apply the Kirchhoff's law. So this is a simple circuit is given. In that case, E1 is a cell of EMF 12 volt, E2 8 volt. Two batteries are connected and there are two resistors, one of 1.2 ohm and another one is 0.8 ohm. And this is a circuit given to you. It is a closed circuit. Closed circuit is given. So then, when you see this, the current direction is not marked. In your question, the current direction is not given. So the current direction is required here. How will we take this current direction? Now you see this circuit. By observing this circuit, the EMF of cell 1, E1 is greater than E2. What is EMF? Already you know the idea of EMF. The EMF is the energy with which the charge are coming from the cell. So its potential EMF is more and this is less. Means the charge will from this energy is sent from the cell E1 and it is the energy sent from this E2. If 1 coulomb of charge is given here, that 1 coulomb charge gets how much energy from this cell? 12 volt into 1 coulomb, 12 joule. Means 1 coulomb charge moves from here, you will get how much energy? 12 joule. Similarly, 1 coulomb charge is given here, how much energy will come from this cell? It is 8 joule. So as you know, one is giving 12 joule, another one is giving 8 joule. So which one has more energy? 12 joule has more energy. So means this cell send that 1 coulomb of charge. Suppose 1 coulomb of charge is flowing, it gives more energy to the charge. So means I can say the current will be in this direction. The current is from this cell and it goes along the path like this. I and this comes to I like that. The current flow direction is like this. We will consider. Next. So after knowing the current direction, then we apply the Kirchhoff's law. So here now you see. In this case, so what I written here? As E1 is greater than E2, as E1 is greater than E2, so current flowing in the circuit, current flowing in the circuit along the path, let me take K and M, L, and K along this path. It does not. And I cannot close. This is the first one. Because current is not given. In some circuit the current is given, no need to take that and no need to consider all these things in that circuit. So here this current direction not given, so that's why I consider like this. Now you apply Kirchhoff's. Apply KVL, Kirchhoff's voltage law in the closed loop. In the closed loop, KLMN, remember, I applied the KVL in the closed loop KLMNK. Means my path is K to L, M, N, K. So let me, to understand this one, I put an arrow mark like this. I have chosen my path along this. You can take your path L or K, N, M, N, K also. The result will be same. You can do that in your homework. After getting the solution, you can do and you will get the same result. So let for my convenience I can apply KVL in the loop K, L, M, N, K. So when I apply this one, now come start from K. Now comes to K. First you go, your path is around this K to L. Comes what? The cell, which terminal of the cell comes first? The positive terminal of the cell comes first. If the positive terminal of the cell encounter first, then I will put what? This equal to minus 12. Minus 12. Then along this resistor, if a resistor comes, there is a potential drop. In this resistor, the current I flows in one direction, along this direction from L to What is your path? K to L. So your path is this direction, K to L. Current is opposite. So the potential drop is I R1. So this along this opposite direction inside there, this is plus. Opposite direction means plus means I. You don't know about the value of I. So I R1 is what? 1.2. So let me write 1.2 I1. Then comes to along this path. There is no resistance in this arc. So no need to have potential drop. This is conducting wire. There is no resistance. You will consider like that. The coil goes like this. Now comes to this resistance. Now it comes along this path. Now the current comes along this path. What is the direction of current? Your path is M to N because you are moving along this path. M to N means M to N means I current in 0.8 ohm resistor. In what path? Opposite. Means your path current direction are opposite. Opposite means plus. Plus means plus 0.8 R into I. That is the potential drop. Then comes to the cell. Next in that cells comes. When you move along this path, which end of the cell comes first? Negative. Negative means the EMF will be positive. So I will put this as a plus. That is equal to Q. That is the KVL. So this is a I. 1.2 I. Because the current is a I. So this is the using the KVL. This is the expression. So I can solve this one. 1.2 I plus 0.8 I. What is this one? This is 2 I. Minus 12 volt plus 8 volt. Minus 4 is equal to 0. So 2 I is equal to 4. Right? So I is equal to 2 ampere. I got the value of I. Okay? So from this, using this KVL, I got the value of I. Once we got the value of I, then the question is not asked about the I. The question is asked, find the potential difference between the points A and B. So, between the points A and B, the simple thing is that what you will say here, once you know the current, do the same procedure to find the potential difference between any two points. A and B is marked here, anywhere A and B can be given.
Great.
Now you know the concept that potential difference across A and B. So what I will do here, from A, I will start from A. So do one thing, let the potential at A is dA. Let the potential at A is dA. From here I will go to B. Because the potential difference between A and B, where the points are marked, you move along this path. So let me say, I will move along this path, A to B. Along this path, A to B. You can say also, I can also move along this path also, A to B. You can do also. But let's take along this path, A, K, L, B. Along this path, I am traversing the path. So first where the potential is dA. From here I move, then comes to this cell. What terminal first comes? Positive. So I will take this as a minus 12. Then my path and current direction are opposite along the resistor. Then this is a plus 1.2 R into I. I is what? 2. 1.2 into 2. Then comes what point? B. Means this is equal to B. I reach that point potential B. BB. Means from here potential, there is where the potential decreases. It decreases the potential from here. Here the potential increases. Then I reach the potential B. That is the concept. So from that, it is asked from A and B. So I can say BA minus BB is equal to, take this 12 volt minus 1.2 into 2. That is a 2.4. 12 minus 2.4. So this is I will get as a 9.6 volt. So this is the potential difference across A and B, or I can say this is a DAB. DAB is equal to 9.6 volt. That is your example 1. By knowing all these things, you can do other also examples.
Basing on this same application of your Kirchhoff's law, one of the circuit is given, two cells of different EMF to be connected in this circuit across an external resistance of 2 ohm. Question is asked here, calculate the current through the resistance R is equal to 2 ohm. Because these two cells as connected in the circuit both will provide current, and according to question you have to calculate the current through here, current through resistor R. But very important to find out the current through different branches, not only to find the current through resistor R, you will find current through R1, internal resistance capacitor, current through internal resistance second, or in different branches. So to find out the current through different branches, at first see the distribution of current according to Kirchhoff's current law. And before to discuss Kirchhoff's current law, see the direction of current due to the sources or the source of EMF to be connected in the circuit. Suppose the current provided by the cell of EMF 10 volt is suppose I1, and this current say flows in this direction, and suppose current to be drawn from cell of EMF 12 volt is suppose I2. These two currents according to Kirchhoff's current law now entering the point D, there is one road. The current that flows through the resistor R is equal to 2 ohm is I1 plus I2, and that current flows in this route again reaches the point E. Two ways are there. What about the current that drawn from the source of EMF 10 volt? Again it reaches, means the current is now going in this direction I1, and the remaining current is through this R2, it is I2. So this is the division of current of the sources according to Kirchhoff's current law. But to find I1, I2, so also I1 plus I2, we may use Kirchhoff's voltage law. And to use Kirchhoff's voltage law, at first to see Kirchhoff's voltage is strict valid for the closed circuit, and the closed circuit may contain, or the closed circuit containing the cell or provide current through the closed circuit. Like so, choose any closed circuit for your convention or for your convenience. I may take one of the closed circuit, let's say one of the closed circuit A, B, C, D, E, F, A is one of the closed circuit. So now apply from the solution part for finding different currents or currents in different branches like I1, I2 or I1 plus I2. First, apply Kirchhoff's voltage law to the closed loop. Choose the closed loop like A, B, C, D, E, F, A. A, B, C, D, E, F, A. Use the Kirchhoff's voltage law with proper convention like A to B, there is no resistor, there is no drop or gain of potential across AB or BC. But while going from C to D, we are moving from C to D along the direction of current, and there is a drop of potential across 2 ohm, and that drop of potential is taken to be negative. That is the reason why I just put here minus. The current is I1 plus I2 multiplied by resistance is the potential. So minus 2 into this one. Then again from D to E there is no loss or gaining potential. E to F is the same. But from F to A there is a resistor, and current is flowing in the direction of current, but the path of the motion, that is path is from F to A along the direction of current. There is also drop of potential across R1, and that drop of potential is how 3 into R1, 3I1. Then across this cell, since we are now countering this negative terminal starting from positive, and the EMF in this closed circuit is taken as positive, so that positive 10 volt is equal to 0. So first of all, you solve this. Minus 2I1 minus 2I2 minus 3I1 is equal to minus 10, or you say minus 2I1 minus, that is minus 5I1 minus 2I2 is equal to minus 10, or you just write 5I1 plus 2I2 is equal to 10. Suppose equation 1. Again, to find the value of I1 and I2, consider another closed circuit and you apply same KVL rule. Apply KVL, Kirchhoff's voltage law, to the closed loop. You select another closed loop like, suppose I may select one of the closed loop BC, DEB, BC, DEB, count your point, B to C, C to D, D to E and E to B. Then again apply here, B to C, there is no resistance, there is no loss or gain of potential across BC, but from C to D there is a loss of potential which is 2 into I1 plus I2, because traversal path is from C to B along the direction of current, there is a loss of potential taken to be negative. Then from D to E there is no drop or gain of potential. From E to B there is a resistor across which there is also drop of potential which is 2 into I2, and EMF is now in the circuit which is 12 volt, and you take the sign convention according to sign convention, 12 volt is equal to 0. Again solve this one, is straight here, minus 2I1 minus 2I2 minus 2I2 is equal to minus 12, or here minus 2I1 minus 4I2 is equal to minus 12, or is straight 2I1 plus 4I2 is equal to 12. Let us assign equation 2. Already you know that how to solve these two equations containing the factors like I1 and I2. Here also I1 and I2. So to find the value of I1 and I2, let us to solve this equation like, come to the solution part, and if you erase this figure, there is no need of that figure now. See, you need the current through the resistor, you just keep it the current, and to solve the equations like equation 1 and 2, come to solve this one. Suppose you want to remove this I2, then definitely you have to multiply there by 2 factor. Suppose equation 1 multiplied by 2 gives rise to what? 2 means 10I1 plus 4I2 is equal to 20. But equation 2 gives, equation 2 implies 2I1 plus 4I2 is equal to 12. Let us now subtract. This cancelling, 10 minus 2 is 8I1 is equal to 20 minus 12 is 8, or I1 is equal to about 1 ampere. Since I1 is equal to 1 ampere, use this value in any one of the equations like 1 and 2, will find the value of I2. Now from equation 1, if you use equation 1 here, what is equation 1? 5I1 plus 2I2 is equal to 10. 5 multiplied by I1 is 1 plus 2I2 is equal to 10, or implies 2I2 is equal to 10 minus 5 is 5, and I2 is equal to 5 by 2, it is 2.5 ampere. So now according to the question asks how much current that flows through is 2 ohm. The current flowing through 2 ohm is I1 plus I2, that is what current through what? Just write here, current through 2 ohm is I1 plus I2. I1 is 1 plus I2 is about this ampere. So this is the way, using proper sign convention of your KVL or KCL rule, and you just determine the value like 3.5 ampere through due to the two sources of EMF connected in the circuit.
Next comes to the example number 3. In the network showed, bit 1, find the current I1, I2, I3. So there is a network is given. Then to calculate this I1, I2, I3, mark here I1, I2, I3. Next part 2 is here. Find the potential difference between the points B and E. Right? So first you find the current. So to calculate the current, again you use the Kirchhoff's current law, KCL. So for that, now to take There are two loops, closed loops, and you can take also this is a one loop, third loop also, double. So to find this one, here the current direction is given, so no need to bother about this one. The next thing is that suppose I will take the loop first loop, B, C, D, E, B. This is a one loop. Next loop is suppose I will take A, B, E, F. Second loop. So I will get two equations. But there are how many unknowns? Three unknowns. Means I need another equation also. So that another equation I can get from your Kirchhoff's law. From Kirchhoff's current. That equation I can get from Kirchhoff's current. So what that Kirchhoff's current law is? Let's take a branch point B. As you know, the algebraic current meeting at a point, the algebraic sum of currents meeting at a point is 0. If I will apply KCL at the junction B. Apply KCL at the junction B. If you apply the KCL at the junction B, now you see here, this I2 current comes here. This I2 current at B divided into two parts, one is I1, the other one is I2. So for that, I can write this I2 must be equal to that current is divided I1 and I3. So this is equal to I1 plus I3, right? So this is equal to, and I2 is equal to I1 plus I3, right? So this is your equation number 1. Clear? Next, apply KCL. Apply KCL to the loop. Apply KCL to the loop B, C, D, E, B. I will take the loop like this. You can take a loop opposite also. Apply KCL to the loop B, C, D, E, B along this path. B, C, D, E, B. So now start from B. First, this is the direction of current. So I2 current flows along this direction. I2 4I. So I can write this as a 4I2 first. Plus or minus. This is the path. Current is opposite. So this is plus. Plus 4I2. Okay. Then comes to this point. Then you come to this cell. What path? Your path is along this direction. When you move from B to C, C to D, this cell comes in this path. Which terminal comes first? Positive terminal. If positive terminal comes first, the EMF will be minus 2. Then comes along this path D. There is no resistor, so there is no, we will take this as a no potential. Then comes to along this path I1, and your path is from E to B. So I1 current flows opposite to your path. Means this is plus 6I1. 6I1. Then comes to this one. So this cell has a EMF. This is given. This cell is given. EMF is how much? This cell is given. The EMF of this cell is given. How much that cell? Where that this? So the EMF of this cell is given 10 volt. Right? So this plus 6I1. Next. When you come along this path from E to B, the positive terminal comes first, so I will take this as a minus 10 is equal to 0. This is using the KVL, right? Or I can solve this as a 4I2 plus 6I1 is equal to minus 14 minus 10. So this is a plus 24. This is equation number 2. Then you use the KVL in this loop. Then take also in this loop. A, B, E, F, A. Apply KVL to the loop. Apply KVL to the loop. A, B, E, F, here A, B, E, F, A. If I apply the KVL, now comes from A to B, there is no register I3. So this cell comes first, the negative terminal. So I will take this as 10 EMF plus. Then I1 current goes to 6 ohm. These are same direction. My path and current direction. So I will take this as minus 6 I1. Then comes to this path. Current direction is opposite because I3 flows along this direction. This is I3. I3 flows along this direction. Path is along this F2A. So this is a plus 2 I3 plus 2 I3. Then we check the point B. Plus 2 I3 is equal to 0. Or I can write this as equal to 6 I1 minus 2 I3 is equal to 10. 6 I1 minus 2 I3 is equal to 10. This is equation number suppose 3. Now after getting these three equations, now you see here, I need I1 and I2 expression. It is in I1 and I2, it is I1 and I2. But there is an equation for I2. I2 is equal to I1 plus I2. Now you put that equation 1 in equation 2. Put this equation 1 in equation 2. So let me put here, apply equation 1 in equation 2. Apply equation 1 in equation 2. I can write 4, what is I2? I1 plus I3. So 4 I1 plus I3. 4 I2 plus 6 I1 is equal to 24. So 4 I1 plus 6 I1. 10 I1 plus 4 I3 is equal to 24. This is equation number suppose 4. Now see here, equation 3 and equation 4. From here, your I1, I3, it is an expression for I1, I3 in terms of I1, I3, it is I1, I3. Now you can solve this one. So how to solve this one? Now, multiply. Let me write here. Okay, so, let's write here. From equation 3 multiply with 2 on both sides of equation 3. So this will be as input mathematics 12 I1 minus 4 I3 is equal to 20. Equation 4 is, write this equation 4, that is equal to 10 I1 plus 4 I3 is equal to 24. Add these two. That can cancel. This is equal to 12 plus 10. 22 I1 is equal to 44. So I1 is equal to 2 ampere. Got it? So my I1 is 2 ampere. So I got the value of I1. Now you put this value of I1 in any expression, this expression, equation 3. So putting this in equation 3, what I will get? Putting this in equation 3, let me write the equation 3. This 6 into 2, that is 12, minus 2I3 is equal to 10. So 2I3 is equal to 12 minus 10, 2. This implies I3 is equal to 1 ampere. I3 is equal to 1 ampere. So got this I1 2 ampere, I3 1 ampere. After getting this I3, you put in any expression this one for I2. So I can apply this I3 here also for I1. 4 I2 plus 6 into 2, 12 is equal to 24. Means 4 I2. So got this one. So 4 I2 is equal to 24 minus 12. 12. So I2 is equal to 3 ampere. I2 is equal to 3 ampere. Right? So I got the values of I1, I2, I3. So let me write it in this expression. So here this I1 is how much? I1 is 2 ampere. So the current is I can write here also 2 ampere. I1. And I2 is 3 ampere. So this is 3 ampere. And I3 is this one. I3 I got 1 ampere. First part is over. Next part is asked, find the potential difference between the points B and E. Use the same concept from B to E, move from B to E. So what I will do here? From B to E means, let me start from point B. What is this potential? dB. Potential is B. dB. Then comes this step along this path. You can take along this path also. You can take along this path also. From dB, at B, the potential at dB. Then the cell comes 10 volt. Means this is plus 10. This is plus 10. Then the current direction is opposite to the path. You are coming from D to E. So 6 into 2, that is 12. Then this is plus or minus. Potential drop is 12. But the direction of current and the path are in the same direction. So this is minus. Then you reach at where? D, E, we are reaching at D. So this is equal to dB minus 2 is equal to D. Clear? So this is dB minus D is equal to plus 2 volt. Or you can ask D minus dB is equal to minus 2. But
look at today, very complicated circuit. Though the circuit containing only 2 cells, one of the cell is connected here of EMF 5 volt, another cell is connected here of EMF 10 volt. But the thing is simpler in the circuit is that distribution of current according to KCL rule is done. Means different branches currents are flowing and this is given already. Only question is asked, calculate the currents like I1, I2 and I3. So simply, if current distribution is not initially given, it is very simple to distribute the current according to KCL rule. Like suppose from the first cell of EMF 5 volt, let's say current is drawn I1. That current is now reached at the point A. 2 roots are there. But keep in mind like so. You may divide the current in these 2 branches, but as question is already given, I don't want to change the convention or distribution of current. According to that distribution, you have to work out and find out the value of I1, I2, I3. So see here, current I1 is now entering here at A. Current I2 from the cell of 10 volt EMF is now reaching the point C. This I2 current is now divided according to KCL rule at the point C, like I3 is now flows through 4 ohm, and out of this I2, remaining current flows through the branch from C to A across 4 ohm resistor. So at the point A, I1 reaching, I2 minus I3 reaching, and current through the branch A to O is I1 plus I2 minus I3. But exactly at the junction point B, current I3 entering, out of that current I1 returning to the same cell, and remaining current now flows in the branch from B to O across 2 ohm resistor. So at the point O, the current reaching is I3 minus I1 and I1 plus I2 minus I3. The remaining the total current here now flows across the cell like I2, because I2 is now drawn and now entering the cell. So this is the distribution of current already given in the question. You are able to find out the values of I1, I2, I3 by applying Kirchhoff's voltage law or second law. So you think how to find the values of I1, I2, I3. First of all, I want to select the closed loops. For easier convention, I want to choose the convention or the closed loop like This point is also I will take here E1. E1 A B E1 is one of the closed loop. Apply the convention from the closed loop from the solution part here. From in closed loop E1 A B E1 A B E1 it is a closed loop E1 A B E1. Apply Kirchhoff's voltage law. A to B, sorry, E1 to A, there is no loss of gaining potential. From A to O, first of all, from A to O, there is a resistor, and we are now moving along the direction of flow current. There is a loss of potential across 2 ohm resistor is taken as a negative. Resistor multiplied by the current through it, I1 loss I2 minus I3. Then from O to B, our path is from O to B, and that part is along by is a direction opposite to the direction of flow current. There is gaining potential through this 2 ohm resistor, and is taken to be positive. 2 into current is I3 minus I1. I3 minus I1. Then from B to E. No loss of gaining potential, and as we are now targeting to this negative terminal, the same for battery of EMF 5 volt. As current starts from positive end, then there is also gain of potential across this source taken to be positive, which is 5 volt is equal to 0. Let us solve this one first. Minus 2I1 minus 2I2 plus 2I3 plus 2I3 minus 2I1 is equal to minus 5. Or minus 2I1 it is minus 4I1 minus 4I1 minus 2I1 sorry 2I3 plus 4 of 4I3 is equal to minus 5. Or in the state it is 4I1 plus 2I2 minus 4I3 is equal to 5. That's equation 1. Come to another closed circuit. Suppose another closed circuit I may take here E1 A C B E1 in closed loop. In closed loop say E1 AC BE1 BE1 from this circuit E1 AC BE1 in the similar manner E1 to A, then from A to C means we are now handling the current opposite to the movement. The potential across 4 ohm gains and taken to be positive, that is 4 into I2 minus I3. Then from C to B, in a direction of flow current, there is a loss of potential across 2 ohm resistor, that is taken to negative 4 I3. Then from B to C, there is no loss of gain potential, and across this cell there is gain potential is taken to be positive, plus 5 is equal to 0. Let us solve the equation. 4I2 minus 4I3 minus 4I3 is equal to minus 5. Or illustrate here 4I2 minus 8I3 is equal to minus 5. Or illustrate minus 4I2 plus 8I3 is equal to 5. Equation 2 suppose. Again choose another closed loop, because see in this loop I1, I2, I3 is related. It is only 2 factor 2 and 3, and let us now relate and factor like 2 and 3 like O, C, B, O in closed loop. In closed loop O, C, B, O. OCBO, CA. Across one resistor, there is a loss of potential, and that loss of potential is 1 multiplied by I2. Across this cell, there is a gain in potential across this cell, which is taken to be positive, that is given 10 volt. And from C to D, there is a loss of potential, which is 4 into I3. And see here, 4 into I3, then from P to O, because of O to C, then C to P, then P to O, there is a resistor across which current is I3 minus I1, and you are now moving from P to along the relation. There is also loss of potential across 2 ohm, 2 into I3 minus I1 is equal to 0. Solve this one. Minus I2 loss 10 minus 4I3 minus 2I3 plus 2I1 is equal to 0. Or see, there is only I1 as I2 plus 10, then it is minus 4 minus 2 minus 6I3 plus 2I1 is equal to 0. Or to rearrange the equation, like if you take that 10 out, that side it is minus 10. If you move this one, let's say it is minus and it is minus 10, then cancelling the minus factor, let's go to I2 or 2I1. Let's say 2I1 minus I2, 2I1 minus I2 minus 6I3 is equal to minus 10. Or simply it is minus 2I1 plus I2 plus 6I3 is equal to 10. Equation suppose 3. Isn't me? 3 equations are there. Considering 3 closed loops given, equation 1, equation 2 and equation 3. At first you focus how easily you may find the values like I1, I2, I3. In equation 1 and equation 3, see I1, I2, I3 there. In equation 3, so also in equation 1, I1, I2, I3 there. So first of all, see equation 1. From equation 1, by equation 1 gives, equation 1 gives or implies, equation 1 implies 4I1 plus 2I2 minus 2I2 minus 4I1 plus 2I2, then minus 4I3 is equal to 5. If you want to remove some factor, if you want to remove here I3 or I2 or like, let us consider equation 3. Now consider equation 3 and multiply, suppose factor, here if I want to multiply factor of 2, then what it gives? Minus 4I1 minus 4I1, let us multiply 2 here, plus 2I2, then multiply with plus 12I3 is equal to multiply here, it is 20. Now wait, adding what happened? 4I1, 4I1 cancels, 2 to 4I2, 4I2 plus 12 plus 12 minus 4 is 8. I3 is equal to 20 plus 5, 25. Equation suppose 4. This equation may be represented by 4 suppose. Then in this equation, see again consider by equation 2 implies, equation 2 come to equation 2. Here see I2, I3, here also I2, I3. It is easy to solve. Equation 2 implies minus 4I2 minus 4I2, then plus 8I3 plus 8I3 is equal to 5. It is equation 2. So we add this one. If we add this one, 4I2, 4I2 cancels. If we add here and here 8, 16I3 is equal to 30. I3 is equal to 30 divided by 16 ampere. This is one of the result. Then though you obtain one of the value I3 that is 30 divided by 16 ampere, you may manipulate this one or you divide this 30 divided by 16. If you use this value in equation 4 or 2, see equation 4 here. Suppose equation 4, from equation 4, see 4I2 plus 8, I3 means 30 divided by 16 is equal to 25. 4I2 plus 8 cancelling 2 and it is 15. 15 is equal to 25 or I2 is equal to 25 minus 15 is 10. It is 4I2 or I2 is equal to 10 by 4 or it is 5 by 2 or it is 4.5 ampere. So this is another value I2. I3, I2. Another question to find out the value I1 means you substitute these values I2, I3 in any one equation like 1 and 3. Suppose you just find here. Now substitute these values of I2 and I3 in equation 1. Equation 1 is equation 1 implies equation 1 is 4I1 plus 2I2 minus 4I3 is equal to 5. 4I1 plus 2. What is I2? I2 is 2.5 minus 4 multiplied by I3. I3 is 30 by 16 is equal to 5. It is 4I1 plus 5 minus it is 4 and it is equal to 7.5 is equal to 5. 5 cancel and 4I1 is equal to 7.5 implies I1 is equal to 7.5 by 4 ampere. So these are the values I1, I2, I3 to be obtained by considering different loops using your KVL rule. So in this way, as modular problems now given 4 or 5, in this way you will also solve different problems based on KCL and KVL rule or Kirchhoff's law, and you refer various tests for more clarification and go through this video clearly, use proper sign convention and find the question or you solve this network diagram what is the Kirchhoff's rule or by using Kirchhoff's rule. Thank you.